a star that lights the road. I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I lived 1,000 lives. But maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just
Welcome everyone to the Abuja Grand Prix. It's round 5, the Ultra takes pole position. Mark's Adelaide, championship round alongside from Tom Leon and Versio, who are 3rd and 4th. Then we have John Duerdetta, Sebastian Campo, the lady driver Sonic P7, still yet again a podium as the team, so Kiara Raphael Ferrari, Rayfo to round off the top 10. Osvaldo round off the bottom half of it, and the top half of it, sorry, the bottom half shot where he came over on Simon Headley. Then we have Livery and Van Hornier throw from Lamfong and Palomino alongside each other. Then finally you have Sato, CB, Armitsilla, and Matthew. Here we go. It's a great race of the calendar. It's also one of the shortest ones. It is the Abuja Grand Prix and 5 red lights are ready to get out. And we are underway to start this race. As expected, Ultra gets off to a fantastic start, starting 18 laps of this race. Adelaide will be wanting to make a move in the first corner, but he's got less speed, but he's still going to send it. He sends it on the Ferrari, making contact, yellow flags in the first second. Oh! Massive crash further back. The hyperdrive spun round that UK ball. He's been caught up in that incident. He's had the worst of it by the looks of things. I don't know who was the car bouncing up. Yeah, it did look like an Aston Martin, to be honest. Palomino going through all Headley, who's now got a 5-second time penalty on the hard tires, and he's got a lot of damage to the Aston Martin. He's going to have to try and get that damage repaired. Versio's off to a good start, staying in 4th position. Divided out behind from Ocampo, who won the championship here in 2020. But yeah, Ultra off to the perfect getaway, holding off Adelaide's attack despite being forced completely off the track at turn 1. He successfully defended. Actually, no, is that turn 2? Because that looks like turn 1 there, that little kink. Well, never mind. I don't know what count as turn 1 here. But in the pits there comes Stevie Headley. It's a shame because he was on the hard tyre and he's probably going to be going onto a different tyre. As we can see the Aston Martin pit crew waiting for him and he's onto softs. Now I wonder how the more aggressive time model will act around here in Abuja. It could work pretty well, to be honest. Of course this time model was made to make the 2-stop more effective because it's not really being effective. The track where 2-stop seems to be best at seems to be Hungary, but that's one race. And a lot of drivers do go for 2 stops. But once you stay on 1 stop, benefit a lot. Fast up there for Marcus Adelaide though. And that is taken by Versio, who's looking to go on the attack on Tom Leon. Tom Leon though for now maintaining position in 3rd position. Now BDS has lost a place on the start. And he is also losing time to David Sarkiera. Dynamite Sara not far behind. He'll be inching up a move at some point if he can close in on that single hyperdrive car. Now Adelaide not really able to make much progress because he has made some, but not enough for a move. But there's still a good chance though that the McLaren could make a move into the first 2 corners if he's close enough to Ultimo. That's a good enough exit to the last corner. We're going to stay on board with him as he's enabling DRS. Ultra seems to have the better exit, but the overspeed from the DRS really effective. But the virtual safety car has been deployed. Nicholas Palomino out of this race, and there is the car. That is not an engine failure. The car's the wrong way around. Something has clearly happened there, and Adelaide's chances of going for a move on Ultra have been halted. Raymo taking this opportunity to pay on the virtual safety car, and he is now onto a fresh set of soft compound tyres, getting that free pit stop. However, I don't know if that was the right call or not. The cable also coming in the pits as the VSC coming to an end. He's taking this opportunity to go on the hard tyre. He'll try and go at the end of the race on them, but I don't know if they have the life for it. As Raymo going for the very aggressive overtake there on Matthew Hart. Incredible move as he's trying to get Spike Seaver here. Versio's got a penalty for causing a collision. The top 5 in fact, all scrapping it out here for a battle for first position. Most of them seem to be fighting for 3rd. Adelaide and Ultra, they're maintaining their places. They'll be watching what's happening literally right behind them. Oh, into the wall! Goes Versio in the middle of the fight. As he hits what appears to be Marcus Adelaide. No, that's Verdell, sorry. He's hit Verdell in the middle of all that fighting. And that there is not going to be good for him. It's allowed Blade Jack Sonic to actually get back into this fight. David Turkell's going to time penalty. Media's trying to go on the outside. Can't get ahead. But he's got a chance here in the next corner on the inside line. Obviously the mediums are not quick enough at the moment. And this he is allowing Demenda to try and pull away to maintain his third position. Adelaide needs to try and get back close to Ultimo because he's lost out on time. Both of them are worn tyres and would not be surprised if one of them came in the pits to slap to avoid any more chaos. Let's just see what lines will these guys take. Will any of them be going for the pits? Well, no, none of them have. Ultra and Adelaide both staying out. No one here in the top part of the grid is coming in. Oh no, O'Campbell's in. O'Campbell is coming into the pits. He's going to try and get the undercut done. Moving on to a medium tyre. Looks like he's on a two-stop strategy. Versio with damage. He's obviously came in the pits for a fresh set of softs, in fact. Ferrari coming in. He's on to soft. Livery, what about him? He's moving in for hard. But he's got to serve that 5-second time penalty first. As in the pits, welcome to R.B. Williams. Allspark and CB onto some fresh hard tyres. Both Livery and CB set out at practically the same time. And Cable's going to get by Ferrari there, in fact, into the first corner. And is now up in 17th place. Versio only a couple seconds ahead on the soft tyre. Now Ravo is currently in position to take the lead of this race. However, his unusual tyre choice is going to be very weird for his race. He's on a completely different strategy compared to quite literally everyone else on the grid. So Sarah Chiara, Duendel, Boxar, they're all going to be out the pits behind Ravo, who's already ahead of them. He's 14 seconds off of race leader Ultimo. And Adelaide still continuing to fight. He's caught back up and he's back into 1 second of Ultimo. So let's see how fastest in the last sector. The AlphaTauri in P11 now. As he's just got clean out in front of him. However, Ocampo is intense. Oh, David Saraka's hit car. He's hit a car there. It's Daniel Bogdanov. He's out of this race now. Where's Bogdanov? Yep, it's already despawned, but oh my god. Well, this is a miracle here for Ultra and Adelaide. Both of them getting a free pit stop. Hard tyres on there for Ultra. It's been a bad stop and Adelaide's jumped him in the pits. Marcus Adelaide is now through into first place, and Ravo's strategy will no longer work as the VSC comes to an end. Adelaide and Ultimo should be in first and second, but Blade Outside does get by. He still needs to pit though. It's 2-3 for Adelaide and Ultimo. Ravo misses out. He will not be the net race leader now. Now that title will go to Marcus Adelaide, who's had a perfect pit stop. Props him down for that one, because that was an incredible stop. He's managed to do it when he needs to. Oh, last sector, Lamfong spun round. Looks like it was his fault though. He's got the penalty for it, and he's going to come into the pits, I think. No, he's staying out. But that damage is definitely going to impact him for the time being. As we're in the final sector, Blade Outside will be coming in the pits very soon for hyperdrive. Now he's only managed to do 8 laps so far. As on the inside line, Marcus Adelaide goes through on the hyperdrive to take the lead of this race. Lap 9 out of 18. By the end of this lap, we'll be halfway through this. Now it will be DRS here for Blade Outside. He's going to move over to the outside, which actually now that's the inside. But Ultra does take second place. No point in BDS fighting that one, and he doesn't fight it. Ravo has got a penalty though. I wonder why. I think it might be track limits. I didn't see the reason, but I did see the notification for it. Now he came out in 11th place. 11th place is in the top 15. Matthew Hart currently bottom of the point scorers. Currently on track to score 1 point in this race. Now Van Horn's tyres are very much wearing out, as you can see. Look at all the wear on that tyre. 41% now. As he's holding up to Vendetta with Ocampo a lot here. That's going to come to the benefit of Tom Leon. He's aggressively defending like a lot, as you can see. Almost making contact with 2. But he peels into the pit lane to change his tyres. and he'll be going on to a fresh set of whatever waits for him. Now, one of our tires got out for him. Looks like it's another set of mediums, which it is. Looks like he's going for 2 9-lap stints on the medium tyre. Blade Sonic has got a lap car behind him. That looks to be Keely Headley, which it is. The Aston Martin obviously letting the hyperdrive by. Or he's just caught the hyperdrive after. It looks like he's a lot quicker than the hyperdrive, so you'll be hoping for his own race that Blade Sonic will come into the pit. He's done 10 laps on this tyre now. It's pretty much time to come in, and he is coming in as round the final corner. He peels into the pit lane, and there we go, some new tyres waiting for him. It's mediums, which seem to be a pretty popular choice for the tyre. Rainbow in, he's in for another set of soft tyres after doing 6 laps on a soft. Those aren't enough to get the end, unless he did have some tyre life left in his old soft which he has just got rid of. Well, I see Mark Adelaide leading the race now, but Ultra in within a second, so this means he is going to have another chance to reclaim the lead, which he's held from the start of the race, of course losing it out in the pit stops. But it's now his time to get it back, as he's only half a second off Adelaide. It won't be enough on this straight, but the next straight he has got a chance, a very legitimate chance to make a move. He could have pulled the inside there, but that would have been way too risky for the Colombian drivers. The second spot's been hit there, and he's got DRS down the straight, but it's just not enough straight to be able to do it. He's got overspeed around its corners, and that's going to allow him to catch up even more to the Brazilian driver, who has got 3 race victories in a row. Of course, the only race he's not won has been Imola in the main race and the sprint. As Ultra is going to get held up there. He's got held up by the Williams. The clouds are getting dark though, and this could indicate rain coming later on. That could very much happen. We'll just have to see what happens with these clouds, but if rain comes in this race, it could get pretty chaotic. Mercio recently pitting. He pit on this very lap, and he is now in 13th place, still in the points, but way down compared to where he started this race. So we'll just have to see what goes on, because if this rain does fall, who knows what's going to happen. Of course, the team will be scrambling going to pits, some may even decide to stay out. We'll just have to see what happens. But as we know, dries in the wet conditions, in as awful wet, does cause a lot of chaos, like the speed of the cars gets pretty much sliced in half. Like the cars do start to struggle on slicks in the rain. As we're entering the 14th lap, 5 more laps to go in this Abuja Grand Prix, and it's being led by Mark Adelaide, who's looking to win another race in this season. As I don't know where he actually really is in this race. Eduardo trying to maintain position, but Ravo has got the tyres, he's got the younger, and he's got the better tyres, and there's contact between the two there. I don't think there's any serious damage, as Ferrari's into the pits to get rid of his soft tyre. He's moving on to the medium. UK will take 7th place here. He's been on his hard for 10 laps now. He managed to carry down a long distance. He hit under the first virtual safety car, just like Ravo did, except Ravo got a full pit stop. UK Ball did not. The Briton will try his best to stay within the Ferrari, but there's a pretty big chance that he might come into the pits at the end of this lap. Adelaide though is in. He's in for mediums to do his second stop in this race. Clearly concerned about tyres. Ultra though, he will not be concerned. His tyres still look okay. He's just going to last 4 laps on them, as Adelaide is going to get overtaken by Tom Leon. To bear down may actually get him as well. No, he does not, but he could try and have a look on the next straight to overtake his teammate, as there's a bit of a lap car issue there. The Aston Martin getting in the way. The Benedetto for some reason slowing down a bit there. Adelaide's got 14.5 seconds to make up, but I don't think he'll be able to do that. Ultra, he's probably going to struggle, but he's going to have the gap he needs to win this race. Let's come around the final corner. 3 more laps left in this Grand Prix. 16 out of 18. That's what we're on for laps. Tom Leon coming round the final corner. Adelaide will see that Red Bull round that final corner, and he's going to aim to catch it. I don't know what the strategy call was down at McLaren to make this work. This track is very clearly seems to be a one-stop dominated circuit. Let's have to see what happens though. As he came on, he's still struggling. The grip on that tyre is pretty much non-existent. Ferrari, obviously, he's in for another stop. We came on coming into the pits at hyperdrive. I think this is the right call to bring him in. Adelaide is closing down the gap, but he's not closing it quick enough. It's softs on for UK Ball. That is unsurprising. Maybe the McLaren should have put some softs on as well. That gap though out in front, continuing to just come down constantly. If Adelaide wants to win this race, he's got to get a move on. He's got to get Tom Leon as soon as humanly possible. I don't know when that is, but it's going to be a move around the outside here in the final corner, forcing Tom Leon to take a mad line, and Adelaide up into second place. 2 more laps to go. The gap is 11 seconds. It's not really changed. Well, it has obviously, but it's not changed enough to make a massive difference in this race. De Vendetto staying out on track. His hards are doing well still, despite having 10 laps on them. Yes, they are pretty worn, but they can get the end very, very easily. There's just not enough slow corners for the 2 stops to be worth it, as Ultimo has UK Ball right behind him. And the Briton down in 15th place, unable to get a move on in his goal to try and catch Eduardo backing out, because Ultimo's tyres are just too worn. That's gonna obviously hurt drive in the standings a bit. There's gonna be less points scored for UK Ball. As we are on the last lap of this race, Adelaide, despite clearing Tom Leon, is not getting enough time on Ultimo. And looks like this win will go in the way of the Ferrari. McLaren didn't need a hit. They've done it in the end. It's blundered their entire race. And as we enter the final sector of the final lap, this win, destined to be orange, it's going to go red. And it's going to be 2 in a row for Ultimo. He's just got to clear these cars. There's a lot of lap cars there. But around the final corner, the 18-lap climb is over. Ultimo wins the Abuja Grand Prix. And Adelaide, despite the 2-stop, is going to come out in second place. The 1-stop was just simply quick in this race. And Tom Leon is going to finish third. Adelaide set the fastest lap. Tom Leon touching the wall there slightly. Be careful that, mate. De Vendetto comes up fourth. It's not going to be a podium, but it's still a solid result. Wedgehouse right behind them, only a few tenths off. Ocampo's going to hold on just here for 6th as Ravo fails to get 7th. Versio, good recovery up into 8th position after the chaos that happened earlier on. Ferrari on his 2-stop managed to climb back up to 9th, and Van Hall is going to finish P10, but with a 5-second penalty. So that position should go to Eduardo. Yes, it does, by only 0.2 of a second. Livery's going to finish this one. Okay, that race ended quicker than I thought there. Everett Ultimo, winner of today's Grand Prix. Marks Adelaide is a 2nd place result, but this here is an important race for us for the championship, as he is going to continue to pull in that gap. He's trying to do a repeat of 2019. It's him catching up to a Brazilian driver after a bad start. History could repeat itself. Tom Leon, though, for solid result getting P3. He's been pretty consistent this race. He's just been there, not really been involved in much, to be honest. But now that we're done, let's listen to the Colombian national anthem. So your Wednesday from Marcus Adelaide and Tom Leon. There's Tom Vendetto, Lady Dragon Sonic, Sebastian Ocampo, Ravo, Versio, Ferrari, Eduardo, Van Horn, Livery, UK Ball, still at Hart, CB, Startle, Headley, from Sergio, Boxon, Palavino retiring from the race. Until that, we are done with the Abuja Grand Prix. Can't wait to see you next time in Jerez. We're back there once again when the F1 Classic Series returns. Have a good day and goodbye.